Tri-Ace's latest sci-fi role-playing game, Star Ocean: The Last Hope, takes place 300 years before the original game, recently remade as Star Ocean: The First Departure. After World War III, Earth was left in ruins. For humanity to survive, they needed to look to the stars or face extinction. Countries banded together to form the Greater United Nations and establish the Universal Science and Technology Administration so that they could find a new home for mankind. Once warping through space was made possible, the USTA secretly put together the Space Reconnaissance Force Project, a group of individuals who are assigned to explore new planets in hopes that it will be inhabitable. You play as a young man named Edge Maverick. He is honest, but he can also be immature at times, but his childhood friend, Rami Sayonji, keeps him in check. Together aboard the Calnus spaceship, they head to their first destination, planet Eos. A presumably safe and lush planet, Eos resembles Earth during the Jurassic period. Unfortunately, the ships that were scheduled to travel together to the new planet pass by a strange meteor which disrupts their coordinates. They manage to crash land on Eos surprisingly, but it's not as safe as they originally thought. They quickly encounter large bugs that are immune to their railguns and are forced to use basic weapons like swords and bows in order to survive. Luckily, Edge and Rami meet Phase, a member of an alien race known as Eldarians that are centuries ahead in their technology and are able to help the humans with their mission.
I've come to collect you at the request of Mr. Grafton.
If you're familiar with Star Ocean, the battle is still action-oriented, but this time you have the ability to have up to 4 members on your team. You can cycle through each character at will using the left bumper to take advantage of each person's individual talents. Enemies are shown on screen so you can avoid battles by dashing by. If you do want to engage, you'll want to try sneaking up from behind to do a preemptive strike. Otherwise, run up to them head-on. Just try to avoid surprises because they'll leave you at a disadvantage. There are 4 difficulty settings, 2 of which that can be unlocked, but if you find that you need a bit of practice, the battle simulator is available on the Calnus, as well as the main menu if you want to practice your sword fighting technique against virtual enemies. One of the new features in The Last Hope involves blindsiding your opponent. When holding the B button, which normally lets you jump, you wait until the enemy targets you, and then with the analog stick, you move quickly out of the way. This engages a sequence that lets you sneak up behind the enemy and land at least 1 critical attack. Once you get the timing down, this move is key to dealing maximum damage to opponents. Another new feature is the rush gauge. Each time you take damage or deal it, you'll build up a bar below your hit points. Once it's full, you can unleash a rush combo, which will activate a sequence of button presses. And when timed correctly, your teammates will jump in as well. Item creation is another signature feature of the series, and this time you're guided by a hyperactive girl named Welch. She's a little annoying, but you're going to have to deal with her if you want to get any kind of creating done.
It's nice to meet ya! You're Edge, right? Of course you are. You don't have to tell me.
Before you can create anything, though, you need to have your teammates get together in groups and have a discussion. In these invention sessions, you'll come up with new recipes which you can then use to create new items. Last Hope is visually stunning with its vivid landscapes and endless sea of stars. While we can't show you what's beyond planet Eos, we expect that wherever Edge Maverick goes, it'll be quite the adventure. Be sure to look for our full review when Star Ocean: The Last Hope is released on Xbox 360 on February 24th.